am Susanna the medium dog, and after my price alert alarms, ringing in the middle of the night all the time, killed my boyfriend from sleep deprivation, I am only left with Bitcoin to flirt with.
Once I was a small dog and I had to add some water to my shampoo, but nowadays, after learning how to trade, I use shampoo on my cat. If you want to watch the saga of me becoming a big dog, follow me. Here we are, holding the level. If you did not see my previous video where I speak a little bit about these deer levels here, you can go on, check yourself, give it a like please. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because maybe one day I can profit from each time somebody clicks on my videos. That would be very sweet. Today on the calendar we see a little bit of good news about United Kingdom today. It's the unemployed rate. There it's decreasing. Okay, so we had 84,000 jobs created in the United Kingdom on the month of March. So this is a good thing, and not in USA for now. If I'm mistaken, somebody just please correct me. We had more than almost 2 million licenses for construction in the month of April. So Americans keep building. That's what Americans do, they build. And this is like, it's good to know. Some other news that I want to mention here are the thing about China banning Bitcoin. Please, people, China banned Bitcoin for institutions. It did not ban Bitcoin. I mean, I want to just make something very clear here. Bitcoin cannot be banned. The only way that Bitcoin is going to be banned is if you ban the internet. Bitcoin is the internet's money. And if you have physical money in the physical world, on the internet, you have Bitcoin, okay? So people will always use VNPs to pretend they are somewhere else. People will use person-to-person acquisition and selling. People will just, you can create a wallet anywhere. And in the moment that you cannot create a free wallet anywhere and transfer Bitcoin freely, I don't know in which planet that will happen, because it's not going to happen on planet Earth. And this is for institutions, and this is for institutions in China, okay? It doesn't mean that the owners of the institutions cannot buy Bitcoin, all right? They can, and they will, and they are doing that. When an asset is holding strong to a level of support for a couple of days, like we are right now, that means that the support is becoming stronger. Okay, then this is a good sign. So how can we check if this support here is really strong? We can use some other indicators, and the greatest thing that we can see right now at the Bitcoin chart is that the volume level of selling is decreasing. Okay, so the selling is decreasing, and there is another indicator for volume that I like to use. It's called PS Wave. It is built by Marcelo Torres, and it's up for renting on TradingView. It's one of my favorite indicators because you can see clearly here that after I said on the previous video that Bitcoin was reaching selling levels that were touching this line in here, meaning that it could be exhausting the selling pressure, because here you see you have selling pressure increasing, but it's not even close to these lines here, which mean that it has space for the price to go a lower levels. So we see clearly here that the selling pressure is diminishing and becoming green, which means that this bar here also is confirming that we are reverting the flow of the volume from sell to not sell. I'm gonna say not sell because I still don't see buying volume. That's what I want to see. I don't see buying volume. I see that the selling volume is decreasing, and that's confirmed by those arrows here. Selling volume decreasing, okay? So let's check to see if the buying volume is going to increase to sustain this theory that Bitcoin can just start moving upwards again. So RSI, very simple but very effective indicator, is showing us a low, and also the stochastic here. So this is good in my opinion. Okay, MACD is also supporting the theory that we are exhausting the selling pressure. So very good. Okay, so now let's move on and check a little bit how the stock market is acting today. So today we have a little bit of a flat movement, nothing major, nothing big, but what is a good sign for now is that the is that the price is not crashing, okay, and forming a lower low. So no lower low so far, so good. We are, what the fuck am I doing? I super dislike TradingView. I'm gonna say that in every video. So either TradingView gives me a free demon account, or I'm gonna just migrate to another platform. If anyone can do me the favor of leaving in the comments some indication for another better pricing action trading chart platform, whatever. Moving on, we see that stock market is holding. The stocks are holding its current levels, so nothing threatening for cryptocurrency world. And also the 10-year yield keeps stable, and it lost a little bit. My worry here was that it would start to drop insanely because of this stochastic, but as I said before, it's a very simple indicator that doesn't say much. I'm keeping this chart very simple because what I'm interested at is the great moves on those 10-year yield, this 10-year yield chart. So if, no like super complex indicator is going to tell me, I really doubt so, that's going to tell me in advance when the bonds, are going to make a huge move, because this depends on political and economical circumstances. But then I can see the dollar index like giving me some signs that it can just get a little bit of a wave, a leg up, but nothing to be concerned with, because we are getting close to this line here, and I don't think that this line is going to work as a support, a very strong support anymore. Why? Let me show you here. Because when you go to macro chart, as that thing that I mentioned before, this line is being touched too many times. Let me put on the weekly chart so you to see. So this line here is working as a support, and the price is kicking on it too many times. It does 1, 2, and although despite it is trapped in a channel here, the DIX is trapped in this channel. Let's call it a horizontal channel here, despite that it is, but when you see something like trapped in here, and then you look at the past, okay, this is a 70s and 80s price action trend line that I trace here based on the historical chart for dollar index, then you see that it is being trading sideways, like you can consider that a sideways action for a very long time, and it did this super high here, and we're now doing a lower high. So this lower high, probably it's going to break down, and we're going to see if Dixie will reach all-times low, because this red line here is the all-times low for the dollar index. So either you keep tuned right now on every global economical news and any fundamental that can indicate that the Fed has any interest on reverting this situation with the dollar, because it doesn't look like to me that anyone is interested on pumping the dollar right now, due to our economical situations, with the scamdemic and everything. Apparently it will try to find support here on the AT. Okay, so this is going to be very bullish for Bitcoin, and then we can consider this a major correction. And if in anything, I bought here in this level, I'm underwater, but sustaining the trade, I'm buying here in this level too. And I'm going to sustain these trades until we cross below this purple line here. And then I'm going to get bearish if we get below $30,000. I would get bearish until like 20 or 19, 18, even $17,000. But I don't think it's going to happen right now. It's just not what I'm expecting. So moving on, let's take a look at those calls I made on previous videos for buying those assets here, because I just made so here we're kicking. Twitter is kicking up back again, like, oh yeah, and we had, since the last time I showed you this chart, we had a pretty good bounce here, on this indicator, because it was just, we only had a couple of bars here, very tiny bars, but you see that the buying power is increasing. Oh, my microphone just fell. I need a new mic. So this, I know my microphone sucks. If anyone wants to donate me some so I can acquire a new microphone, a better one, I would really appreciate. So moving on, Chronos Group is finally giving me some signals that it will reverse as well. Sustaining a trade for very long is not very good to me, because I have small sums invested and the fees are overnight. So I just hope that it does a move faster. So Intel also is not going very much higher, but I believe it will. So next resistance level to me that I would consider exiting my trade would be when we get close to this very important colored EMA here, that we crossed below when we fell. We have a gap down. So whenever you see very movements that go like low, super low, then you can expect at least a little bit of a movements to the upward. So that's when I make a trade. Put a stop loss that is really good, because it's going to be very close here, you know, to the current price, and the spread I can make profit with this space in here. So these are my positions right now on stock market. So I only got this 3, and I got 1 on Dash, but I am underwater, seeing marine creatures. But I still believe it's gonna recover. Oh yeah, well. Anyways, let's see Tesla. People are speaking on the internet, all over the internet, about dumping on Tesla stocks. I would think that would be great, because, well, I mean, not that Elon Musk would really care, but I think that when you are like a public figure, and you know that you have the power to influence the markets, because, well, he saw what he did to the price of Bitcoin when he said, I'm buying Bitcoin, and then we had like this huge, so that makes a human being know, right, that he has the ability and the power to influence the markets. And the markets, they deal with people's lives. The markets are sort of retail traders, are people that are educating themselves financially nowadays and changing their lives, you know. So when you do something that can like crash the market, pump the market in order to obtain advantage, this is considered a crime. This is a crime in my country. You go to jail if you do that, you know, because it's a crime against the public financial order. So anyways, as America is a wild country, and maybe he's not going to jail for doing that, well, I still think it is passive of so. Well, keep looking at the markets. Let's take a look at the gold. So gold is like, I traced this line here because it is a trend line where it's just like acting as a resistance for gold for a little bit. So this is the daily chart, so this little bit is a little bit, in fact. And we're moving to go right here and test this line as a resistance. Okay, so I would, if I had a trade here or here, I closed my trade here because I didn't want to see what was going on with the price. But anyway, I would close any trades, any longs that I had around here, just in case, because I see stochastic. See, I see stochastic getting to exhaustion here, and also I see that we are diminishing. I mean, this I don't know if you can see clearly, but this arrow here, it indicates that the buying volume is decreasing. The buying volume is decreasing for gold. So let's see what gold will do. I will try to short gold. I will try that, putting a very tight stop loss. But when we reach like levels that come really close to this line here, I'm going to try a short. We also see the volume decreasing, and here the regular volume decreasing. We see that the bull power is not doing anything, the bear power is not doing anything accordingly to this indicator. So I use this other indicator here with silver, which is also showing me signals of exhaustion on the buying pressure. Okay, buying buying action. So keep watching the markets, people. Keep an eye open and the other closed when you are sleeping. And let's see what cryptocurrencies do. Those are my favorite assets. That's where most of my portfolio is right now. And this is it for today. I just wanted to mention that this level is very, very, very important, and we have to check on that. And the major, like, I think that if Bitcoin bounces from here, we have to keep an eye on this line here, this levels here, acting as the next resistance for us, which was 58. But before, also, of course, we have to look at the 53 if we're going to break the 53. But I think that if Bitcoin gets to 53, 54, yes, it will find support here, and it will reach this 58, which is an old buddy working as resistance for us Bitcoin traders. So this is it. Don't forget to check on the descriptions of this video, because I am going to link a couple of referral codes and links for things. It's well described there. And like this video and subscribe to my humble starting new channel, because that's when you help a woman. Bye bye.